Hello again and welcome to the final part of our journey across Transylvania. Here we unveil the wonders of the remarkable village of Viscri, best known for its fortified church, which originally dates back to the 12th century and was rebuilt in the 13th century into the magnificent white Romanesque church that stands before us today. Remarkably preserved, it is one of Transylvania's finest fortified churches and proudly holds a place on the prestigious UNESCO World Heritage List. Inside the church, notable features include a captivating painting, The Blessing of the Children by J. Paukras, added above the altar in the 19th century. Following the fall of communism in Romania, many Saxons departed from the village. However, a resilient few chose to remain and preserve the cherished heritage of their ancestors. In the early 2000s, many young people brought new energy to the community of Viscri as families from all over Romania, Germany, and the UK decided to trade city life for a new beginning in this charming village. Viscri has also caught the attention of then Charles, Prince of Wales, now King Charles III, who was captivated by the unspoiled natural beauty of Transylvania. In 2006, he acquired an 18th century Saxon house in Viscri, further showcasing his admiration for this enchanting place. One of these new residents of Viscri is Katy, an American painter. She graciously invites us into her little workshop where she tells us how, after living in London for 7 years, she arrives in this quaint little village in the middle of Transylvania.
It was kind of like a last minute, kind of very emotional escape from London, I guess. My friend kind of, she built it as she's like, let's just go to Romania and there's like a bunch of painters and we'll just paint and we'll have like tea with Prince Charles and we'll raise money for charity. And I was like, this sounds great. And I wasn't really, I had no expectations because as an American, we don't really know much about Romania. Immediately into the trip, I knew that this was like a special time. This was something very interesting. This was just like this beautiful green haven of just like real life. It's almost like stepping in time. And this specifically, this town has been like so well preserved, you know? And so we were raising money for a charity that was kind of putting together some funds to try to save some of these houses and landmarks kind of in Viscri. And so we were making these paintings in order to sell them at the Romanian Cultural Center in London to raise funds. I've always been an artist and a musician, so I needed to continue painting. And I wanted to have a rock band, and it's a little bit difficult to force people in a small Saxon village to be in a rock band, but I've actually succeeded in doing that too. And from the very beginning of being here, like I just really wanted to provide other people with this special experience, you know? So I would love to do an artist in residency where like it's kind of mimicking the same kind of vibe that I came here on. So that we could somehow like collaborate, people around could collaborate in order to like bring a couple artists here at the same time, having a chance to like buckle down and do some project of theirs. My husband like remodeled this amazing barn. Like it definitely has that like feeling of some of these buildings that like, for instance, our house has, where like you said, it is this air conditioned, and it's not. It's just like the walls are like so thick, you know, and the way they build them, that in the winter it stays really warm and in the summer it stays cool. It's like crazy. So I really suggest that people come for like 10 days at least and kind of like live in an Airbnb and you know, talk to people. I think it's such a magical place. It's so easy to just like fall into like magic here and there. You don't have to look very far to like see things that you would never imagine that you would see. And it's also a time warp. So it's like, so for people who love history, it's really interesting. And also for just plain for artists who, a lot of artists, you know, like at home, they're like painting cows and painting farmers and painting these beautiful landscapes. But we don't, like, those kind of places are disappearing. And this is like the real thing, you know? And you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can talk to these people. You can watch the blacksmith, you know, make something out of metal, and it's all on one tiny street, you know?
In a tiny village.
Yeah.
Cool.
As we leave her workshop, Katy invites us to a special gathering later in the day that promises to be intriguing. However, with some time to spare, we make our way a few houses down the street to visit the local blacksmith, Istvan, an old friend of ours. Although he's not at home at the moment, we have the pleasure of meeting his sister-in-law, Hoini. Together with other women from the Roma community in Viscri, she participated in a workshop that taught her the art of working with felted wool. With enthusiasm, she demonstrates the process of creating something out of this material, in this case, a pair of felted house shoes.
Acum punem prima rândul, punem pe geava, fără asta nu merge. Noi am avut, lângă Sibiu, am avut curs, unde am învățat noi cursul de pâzlă, de papuși, de pălării, de genți, de orice. Și aici acasă, dacă am știut că trebuie să facem, am spus, de ce să nu învățăm, că nu-i mare lucru, că știgăm și noi femeile ceva. În Germania, duce, avem o asociație, lucrăm și ei alăși și duce acolo. Pe o parte vine 4, pe o parte vine 4, aia 8 straturi vine. Și tot punem până știm noi că gata e rândurile și atunci punem culorul. Așa că cu totul lucrăm voi 7 ore cu ele. Acum tot așa, întoarcem și punem rândurile până iese straturile aia ce trebuie. Asta e să pun de casă, că dacă nu aveți să pun de casă, nu se face.
Da.
Asta trebuie să fie de ăsta, de rufe. Nu, uite așa se face
Da.
papucii de pâzlă.
As the day draws to a close, we make our way to Viscri 125, a charming guest house where our friends Raluca and Mihai have beautifully renovated the annexes of an old Saxon house. The result is 6 wonderfully rustic and cozy rooms. We also discover a wonderful garden hidden in the back. Inside the kitchen, Mrs. Vio passionately stirs the polenta, preparing a mouth-watering dinner that is waiting for us.
Mama mea punea în mijloc pâinea când clopotea și o lăsa să se îngroșe și când cirul era îngroșat, atunci am amestecam olive. Wow! Vedeți? Acum se începe a îngroșa.
Da.
Noi gătim tradițional. Adică încercăm să păstrăm toate rețetele vechi. Da, punem și după aceea o punem la cuptor. Așa. Mie îmi place să fie, cum se zice aici la noi în Ardeal, subțire în pânză și groasă în brânză.
Subțire în pânză,
Da, în brânză, da. Și când zici adică mai puțină mămăligă și brânză multă, știi? Așa. Și o lăsăm să topește și o ducem la masă.
After devouring the delicious dinner prepared by Mrs. Vio, we decide to take up Katy on her offer and join the special gathering she mentioned earlier. This turned out to be a choir rehearsal, more specifically the International Choir of Viscri, as its founder and conductor Marlise Markel Gergicianu calls it. The singers are a mix of locals and volunteers that are here over the summer. Among its members, there is an American, an Italian, Saxons, Romanians, Germans, and other nationalities. Everyone is welcome to join in, even travelers. We soon realized that this gathering is not only about practice, but also about enjoying a few drinks and a friendly chat.
If you film a couple of us drinking, then you basically have the gist of the whole thing, you know? The experience.
One, two, three, and alle. 1, 2, 3. Alle. Alle. Alle.
As they start singing, it quickly becomes the most unforgettable moment of our journey, and their music fills us with an overwhelming sense of awe and emotion.
When you are baleka, kule zonta basimina, oh cholota, kule zonta basimina, sifume South Africa. When you are baleka, kule zonta basimina, sifume South Africa. When you are baleka, kule zonta basimina, oh chalota, kule zonta basimina, sifume South Africa. When you are baleka, kule zonta.
Under the influence of live music, we start our way back home with a twilight sky as a dramatic backdrop to conclude the journey. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable trip, where we uncovered hidden gems, met incredible people, and witnessed the rich cultural heritage of Transylvania. We hope that our series has inspired you to embark on your own adventure through the Saxon villages of Transylvania. If you're interested in visiting these incredible places and immersing yourself in their rich history and culture, just email us, office@beyonddracula.com, and make sure you subscribe. We have more things coming your way.
Mulțumim tare mult!